2024 was a big year on my photography journey. I took more photos than I ever have, got to photograph some of my absolute dream subjects, received the biggest wildlife photography award I ever have, and of course I got to share a lot of this journey with all of you here on YouTube. But at the same time, 2024 was a year where I had less time than ever to do photography. So I thought it would be fun to do this little kind of recap video, talk about some of my 2024 photography experiences that shaped my approach to photography. Also talk about winning the Young Wildlife Photographer of the Year award, since I haven't really talked about that on YouTube at all. Talk about a few of my goals for 2025 as well. And I meant to get this video done by the end of 2024, but I didn't quite manage in time, so I hope you still enjoy it now. So of course, one of the biggest things for me in early 2024 was starting out here on YouTube and starting making videos. And this is something I'd been wanting to do for a really long time, to be able to share some more of my experience in macro photography and maybe get a few more people interested in this fascinating tiny world. And I guess it just took me a long time to kind of work up the courage to get outside and film that first video, knowing that it probably wouldn't be that great, but I'm really glad that I did, and it's been a really great experience. It's obviously a very different thing going outside to film a YouTube video about doing macro photography than just going out for photography, and I do sometimes still just go out on a photo walk or just go out into nature, but I've really enjoyed doing these videos, and I can't thank you enough for all of the support, and it really helps keep me motivated to continue on here and continue improving my videos and hopefully trying out some new things in 2025. So on to a slightly more difficult thing. Like I indicated in the intro, I really wasn't able to do as much photography as I wanted in 2024. And this is because I'm still in high school. I will be for all of 2025 as well. And while at the beginning of 2024, during February, March, I was still able to get outside a decent amount, it quickly became more and more stressful with school and other projects, and it's by far the busiest year I've had with non-photography related stuff. So I notice, especially if it goes a few weeks without being able to get outside into nature, it really starts to kind of wear me out, and I get stressed a lot more easily. And this is something I definitely want to work on and hopefully get better at in 2025, is even in these really stressful times, finding a few hours, whether it's in the early mornings or on the weekends or something like that, just to get outside into nature, do photography, or just enjoy being outside in nature. This is something that I managed a little bit in the busy times of 2024, but definitely not as much as I wanted to. Right, now for the big thing, the Wildlife Photographer of the Year awards. And I actually found out in early March that one of my pictures had been selected as the category winner in the 15 to 17 year category. So I had to keep this secret for 6 months until the results are announced in October, which was really difficult, and it was a lot of build-up for me personally. But eventually in early October, I was sitting on a flight to London with my parents to go to the events and awards ceremony at the Natural History Museum in London. One of the most amazing things about the experience of going there was meeting and talking to so many amazing wildlife photographers, many of whom I've looked up to and admired their work online for years, and that was really amazing to talk to so many of these people in person, and of course get to meet a lot of other young wildlife photographers as well. That was really cool. And finally came the big event, the awards ceremony, and I was really nervous for this. I found out a couple of days before that I would have to hold a speech as a category winner. Luckily, the Young Wildlife Photographer Awards, the categories are announced fairly early on, so I could get that over with fairly quickly, though in the end I was fairly happy with what I came up with. And after that, got to watch as all of the other category winners are announced, and I have to say it's just such an incredible selection of images of really powerful and just really amazing wildlife photography. I've never seen anything like it. And towards the end of the night and of the ceremony came the two big announcements of the Wildlife Photographer of the Year and Young Wildlife Photographer of the Year, the two grand prizes. And up until this point, this announcement, the two people that received the awards don't actually know that they're receiving these awards. So it's a surprise for everyone at that point in the night. And at the point of the announcement, I just was completely overwhelmed. I couldn't believe it, and it took a long time for it to really register in my brain that, yeah, I'm the Young Wildlife Photographer of the Year, which is pretty crazy to me. But of course, while this is a huge achievement for me personally that I'm really proud of, I think one of the biggest things for me is that so many people will be introduced to springtails through this photo and hopefully be a bit more curious and want to learn a little bit more about these really amazing and really important tiny soil organisms. Another really cool thing was getting to see all of the awarded images in the competition printed out large at the gallery in the London Natural History Museum, and just going through and seeing all these images printed out large was really amazing. And actually the gallery tours around to a few different venues all around the world, so if there happens to be one near you, I can definitely recommend going and having a look, and otherwise, if not, even just looking through some of the images in the gallery online, because it really is such an amazing selection of images. So yeah, 2024 was quite a year, and while there were some challenges, I'm really proud of what I achieved throughout the year and really looking forward to see what 2025 will bring. And overall, one of the biggest goals for me is partly inspired by seeing all the photos of the Wildlife Photographer of the Year competition, is to explore the storytelling aspect of photography a bit more, see how I can apply that to my macro photography and explore new techniques, and maybe apply it a bit more to video as well and explore that side of video making. And overall, I just want to continue to spend as much time as I possibly can outside in nature, even and especially in the times when school gets really stressful. So yeah, that is all I've got for now. I hope you've enjoyed this kind of different video, and thanks a lot for watching and for all of your support over the past year. It really means the world to me. And to finish off this video, I thought it would be cool to show my personal top 10 favorite photos that I took in 2024 in no particular order. This will just be kind of as a slideshow, but I also thought if it's something that you're interested in, I could do a slightly more in-depth video talking a bit more about the story behind some of my personal favorite images that I've taken. So let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested. But for now, bye from me and enjoy these photos.